Guys, the next type of factorising we're going to look at is grouping 2 and 2, and in your textbook this is exercise 7.4 and there are questions at 7.6 also. So the first example we're going to do is 3x squared minus 6x plus xy minus 2y. We need to look at this and say, is there something common to all four terms when we factorise it? That's always the first thing we have to say with factorising. Can we find a common factor? The answer is no, there is nothing common to all four terms, so we try and group it 2 and 2. So we'll look at the first two terms, and with the first two terms 3x is common, and if I take 3x out as a common factor I'm left with x take 2. I then look at the second two terms, and positive y is common. If I take that out as a common factor I'm left with x take 2. I now have two terms, and for both of those two terms there is a common factor, x minus 2. X minus 2 is the common factor. So we take x minus 2 out as the common factor, and with the first term we are left with 3x, and in the second term we are left with y. A second example similar to that is 4xy plus 4y plus xz plus yz. Again, I look and see, is there something common to all four terms? And the answer is no, there is nothing in all four of those terms. But maybe if I group 2 and 2 I can factorise it. I look at my first two terms and 4y is common, and I'm left with x plus 1. I then look at my second term and z is common. Sorry, I've just realised that there is an error with that question, so we'll do it again. So with the first, I write the terms out, 4xy plus 4y plus xz plus yz. Again, I ask myself, is there something common to all four terms? And the answer is no, there is nothing common to all four terms. Okay, I've just fixed the question up, sorry, as I noticed another error. Again, there is nothing common to all four terms. So I think, well, maybe there is something common to 2 and 2. I look at the first two terms and 4 is common. When I take 4 out, I'm left with x plus y. I look at the next two terms, and z is common. If I take z out, I'm left with x plus y. I now have two terms, 1, 2, and there is something common to those two terms. The thing in the brackets is common, x plus y. So I take x plus y out as my common factor, and with the first term I'm left with 4, and the second term I'm left with z. This is grouping 2 and 2. Please be aware that when you group 2 and 2, it may not be that there is something common in the first two terms and term number 3 and 4. You may need to rearrange the terms, and it might be that there's something common with term 1 and term 3 and term 2 and term 4. So just look out for that. Thank you.